We're action.
We're on. Hey.
You did the worst, you know.
That's all I wanted, Dal.
You got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. You happy now, yeah?
Yeah, we're back, bruv. We're back.
Okay, we're here. Talk Tottenham, we are back. It's been a while, but we're back. And there's a lot to break down. I am Original Heartman, you know that. This is Mr. Ricky Norwood, and we are back together to bring you some more talk on Tottenham. What has been going on? Where are we now? How do we feel? All I can say is this, before we do any of that, thank you for being here. You could be anywhere, you could be doing anything, but you decided right now you want to do this and we're going to do this for you. So very happy that we can make this happen. You good done, my brother?
Oh, man. I mean, apart from the football, yes, I'm super good. It's good to be back again. Apologies, there's been dramas with, like, in the studio and
let's not call it drama. Let's call it drama. We've just been busy.
Yeah, we've been busy.
We've just been busy.
It's been good busy.
Yeah.
We've just been busy.
And now we're back. Yeah.
But now we're back, and my goodness, you leave Tottenham alone for 2 weeks, Darren. And I don't know what's going on. So in today's episode, look, we're going to do the same as in episode 5. And we're just going to look over it and talk about where we're at, where we're going, what we need to do. But after the last episode, Dal, which, and also to all of those that, drop comments in episode 5, bless you. At some point, I am going to reply to them. We'll see if
we're going to do that. By the time this episode airs, we'll have replied to everything.
Yeah, we're going to reply.
That's the deal, yeah? So if you're watching this episode, you can pause it right now, go to the previous one, and you'll see we've replied to everybody. We're good like that. We like our life admin.
Absolutely, man. But your comments were hilarious, and it was great to get your feedback and great to just get you involved with the show. So make sure you do the same with this one.
Talk about involved, the show. You know what we've got to do. Got to make the magic happen. You know?
Welcome.
Here we go. Grab a glass. You're going to need something. I don't know what you're putting in yours, but you're going to need something today. We're going to need something.
In the house. And, Dal, what are we supposed to do here, bro?
You know what? We just got to be honest.
We've got to be honest.
That's what we've got to do right now. We've got to be absolutely honest. And I know a lot of people are pressing the panic button, are in fear, are worried, are scared, have had enough. I get all of that. And I'm rocking in between all of it. I don't know where I stand, but all I can do today is be honest. Say what I'm seeing, say what I'm feeling, saying what I'm hoping is going to happen. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to be as honest as I can be today, because I think that's the first way to do it.
And you know what? The beauty with this show, and the beauty in looking back, is that we're not just being reactionary after one result.
100%.
We get to look after. We get to look out and over these 3, 4, 5 results, and look at the ebb and flow of what we're seeing.
100%.
And that's one of the beauties of this thing. So today, from where we left off, Dal, the first game of this little period was the Copenhagen game where we won that 4-0.
Yeah.
All right. After that was the Man United game, which was a draw, 2-2. Then we had international break. Feelings were a bit come ça around there. We came back to the Gooners, which was a 4-1 loss, as we know. Then we had PSG, 5-3, and then we've just had Fulham 2-1.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's a horrendous run.
It's been a rock and roller. It's been a rock and roller.
When you say it like that, that's ugly.
It's ugly, bro. But this is what I'm saying again. It's about the beauty of it. I mean, where we left off, we were still looking for the team to click, the team to step up. We were talking about Frank and giving him time, and especially after that Chelsea game, to have the Copenhagen reaction.
Yeah.
And yes, we know what the opposition is, but to have 4 neat goals, 1 touch passing, forward play for a minute, we got to see a bit of progress. And then it's been Jekyll and Hyde the whole way through, bro, from all of these.
It's so tough, right? Because Copenhagen was a free hit. It was an absolute free hit, because Copenhagen, the way I said it to you off cam, I'll say it on the air, is it's like you take someone who just broke up in a relationship and you take them to a place where everyone in that room is single. It's like having a single man go into a hen party, and it's like everyone here is available. And of course he's going to get attention. Of course he's going to feel special. Of course you walk away from that feeling like a superhero. That's what we got in that game. The thing that frustrated me more was not what happened in that game, what happened after that game.
Which was the Man U.
Coming out of the Copenhagen game, as you said, the confidence, things working, it's a confidence boost. We should have taken that energy into the Man United game, but we really didn't.
Well, this is what's been happening, bro. We go 1 step forward and then 3 steps backwards.
It's worse than the church, I swear.
Bro, and it's Jekyll and Hyde. And that's what I figured. When it got to international break for me, bro, that was the thing that I thought about the most, was that there was a Jekyll and Hyde of Tottenham. We're going to have those results against quote unquote big sides where we go in fearful and they totally destroy us, like against Chelsea. Then we go up against a side that we should win against, and we play one-touch football and some nice goals and should have been more. Do you know what I mean? Like in that game, if you guys remember, that was the whole Richie missed a penalty but should have given it to Dane. There was that type of talk that was happening at the time. But then again, you go, all right, and cool, push on. And then that Man United game was another come down, but you're like, okay, cool. New manager, new players, new systems, new formations. But there hasn't been much encouragement. But then you go up against the Gooners, bro. And just for you guys at home to know, we was looking to do the show after the Gooners, weren't we?
Yeah.
It was on a Sunday, and we wanted to do it the Monday, but we couldn't do it on that Monday. And if we did, it probably would have been I probably would have been spitting fire down.
Yeah.
Because you look at that Gooner game, it's not just a scoreline, bro. It is 100% that type of performance. And it was at that point that I lost my plot a little bit because, especially with Frank and these tactics and stuff like that, right? Because I look at that Chelsea game and I go, what happened there? We couldn't even throw a jab, let alone throw a punch, bro. We couldn't even lift our arm to throw it was that bad. But against the Gooners, against your North London rivals, yes, it's never an easy game there. Yes, we haven't won many times at their house. Yeah. But you have to have some fight. You have to have some grit. You have to have some want. But bro, it was horrendous football for me. And yes, Richie scored from the halfway line. And,
irrelevant.
But it was a boring game. It was a boring game in the sense that we had nothing. And when I saw that, that's when I was like, we've got some worries here. Because sorry, just so before you jump in, I was hearing before that, and I was kind of on the fence with it, but that some of the fans had seen shades of Nuno ball under Frank. Some of them had seen a bit of Mourinho and Conte ball, like at their worst places under Frank. And I was like, I don't know. It was in that game where all of those feelings came to me, bro. It was like I felt that Mourinho ball. I felt that Conte ball when it was really dismantled. I felt that Nuno where it looked like nobody had a clue and nobody cared. And we needed more in that, and that's when I thought we're in a lot of trouble here after the Gooners. Go on, sorry, Dad.
No, you're absolutely right. Looking at the Gooner game in particular, right? Looking at it as a reference point right now, I looked at that game, the leader, and I was like, this is a moment where you go, tactically, what are you going to do?
Right.
We can look at players and performances, but tactically, as the gaffer, what are you going to do? Frank has been built and been sold to us as a tactical manager. A manager who assesses an opposition and makes his team equipped to beat that team. That's what I believe. That's what I was told. That's the information I have. If I'm wrong, someone correct me. But that's what I thought we were getting.
No, that's what we bought into because supposedly Ad wasn't coaching the boys last year.
100%.
They're not being coached and injuries didn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like there were certain things. Yeah. But this guy was supposed to come in, not only coach the team, but improve the players that he's got, not complain about the players that he receives from up above. Yeah. He takes them, makes them better, puts them into the team. Yeah. And it was all about the structure, the solidity, and the tactics going forward. He was supposed to be the next
He was that guy, yeah. So if he is that guy,
right,
I was excited to see what he did, how we set up. But for me, you may disagree, I've only seen Tottenham set up once where tactically things were executed perfectly and the tactic was right, and that was the PSG the first game.
The Super Cup?
The Super Cup.
Okay.
That was the first time and only time that I've seen Tottenham have a plan that was executed and was the perfect plan for the opposition. Against the Gooners, I saw the lineup and I thought, is he going back to that PSG move? Are we going to press Arsenal in a way that we're going to try and put them on the back foot? We're going to not give them time on the ball. We're going to squeeze them and make them work. If they're going to beat us, they've got to fight to beat us.
Right.
I'm here for it.
And we're going to use that aggression.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, go on.
Then by minute 3, I turned to the room that I was watching the game with and said, this clearly isn't the tactic. The tactic is to not concede. We're just going to sit back from minute 3 to not concede. We started time wasting in minute 3.
Yep.
We were having Vicario taking free kicks in
Pointless
our box
free kicks,
with
bro.
everybody. I was like, we're literally saying we can't beat you. You're better than us. So what we're going to do is hang on. We're going to try our best to hold on. Maybe with the other idea that in the second half, if it's tight, I bring on the flair players, I bring on a little more of an attacking presence, and we go for it. But no one pressed. No one put any pressure. Arsenal had a free hit at us. Ricky used the analogy about we didn't lay a glove on them. We basically was a punching bag. We said, how many times can you hit me? I won't hit you back. And if you do that, someone's going to get knocked out. And we just let ourselves get knocked out. That's the frustrating thing for me in that game in particular. Because, of course, it's our rivals. And we, as fans, I'm gonna remember that I'm talking about fans here, because I'm going to go back to it later. We as fans have to go out into the world the next day. In a football world that we create because we invest in that. And we wear the colours and we go to the stadiums and we embrace the love of this team. And we have to defend that action at work. We have to defend that in the WhatsApp groups, the phone calls that we receive, the laughter, the banter. Yeah.
And I had messages from people I ain't seen in a long time.
Oh yeah,
right?
they remember your number then.
They remember your number then. Even they find me on Instagram, some of you.
Yeah.
They tagged me in some posts, bruv, and some stories.
Yeah,
man,
like, woman, beast,
bruv,
everybody. Yeah.
Bruv.
You all know us now.
I had a Liverpool fan had nothing to do with it.
They've got no right to speak right now. Please.
I ain't even. But yeah, go on.
So we have to go into the world and carry that. You see, we carry it. And it's hard when your team gives you nothing to talk back with. No fight, no effort. Even if you said you went down fighting, we gave it a go. It makes us feel like, you know what? Well done. Imagine it burns us to tell the opposition well done. You go, but we gave you a game though.
Yeah.
We was in it. Like, right, if we had done this and that, you would have come unstuck. All I could say was you deserved it. We did nothing. We did not deserve anything out of that game. And then we go to PSG, drop me out. Out.
Bruv, before we even get onto PSG, bro, because the Gooner game for me, bro, it was. Do you know what it felt like? It felt like Torquay United versus Man City. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And big up Torquay United.
Yeah, hold tight to Torquay.
Big up Torquay United.
Comment, subscribe. Yeah,
I like Torquay. Do you know what I mean? I was there for a couple of months, man. They good people.
I've never been.
Good place. Good place. Cool. Yeah, do it.
We're coming. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a live show there.
We'll do it. Torquay. But you know what I mean? It felt like a Sunday.
The gap between the teams was huge.
The approach, the attitude, though. We can't go in there and do that, man. Like you said there, within 3 minutes, everybody knew at home that this is what we was going to do: sideways, backwards, and try and hold on, try and frustrate, try and get them frustrated by getting silly free kicks here and there, and pointless free kicks. Though they went nowhere. Yeah. You know, Vic in that game, there was times where he was doing the free kicks for what? I don't know, because they went to no one.
Bearing in mind, Vicario, as we all know, is not good with his feet.
Bro.
But he taking them.
We haven't even got to Fulham. Let's not, bruv. But yes, you're absolutely right. But you see, when we put up that type of effort, or no lack of effort against the Gooners, bro, I'm looking at it and I go, and for me, it was 100% a tactical decision.
100%. And that's what I wanted to highlight is Frank has to take that L.
Bruv, I think he has to.
That's on him. We're honest here. And we try and be as honest as we can. Sometimes I look and I go, the players have failed their manager.
Yes.
The players have down-tooled. The players of this, the players of that. Even sometimes I look at us as fans and go, look, we need to do more here, be a bit more supportive, give them a chance, X, Y, Z. That game there, Frank has to hold his hands up and go, I got it wrong. Tactically, that was not the approach we should have had. I made a bad call. I thought it was going to work. It didn't work. I want ownership. That's what I want. I want ownership. You don't get that in football. I know I'm asking for a lot, but that's what I would love. Someone to come out and go, I screwed that one up. All right, I live and I learn. Because you go into the next game and you go, I hope we learn from that. I hope we can move away from that and move forward.
Right.
PSG, talk to me.
Yeah, well, bro, I mean, he done something. And the first thing that he done was switch up that formation, which I was voice noting you about. And
I was trying.
Can somebody tell me what this formation is? At one point, I thought it was 4-4-2, and then I was like, "Is it 3-5-2?" Like I was so confused for so long, and throughout that game, I was still confused, right? But it seemed to have done something.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and to have a response is what we needed. Now we did concede 5 goals, but we went in front, and we were pushing and we were competing. We needed a response after the Gooners, and we needed something from Frank because, like I was saying there, in that Gooner game, bro, it was 100% a tactical decision that the boys were trying to play out. This sideways, backwards, and frustrate and time waste that had to be implemented from what I saw.
Yeah,
and then once you go a goal down, and then you're trying to pass the ball forward. Neville said it perfectly. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't find an out ball. There wasn't no overlapping runs. There wasn't no nothing. So they needed again. To then turn up, especially in the Champions League, because you know what I'm like, bro. I'm like, let's not cry and fight to get in there and then not show up.
No point.
And not for me, bro.
Yeah,
and that's what we've done, basically.
Yeah.
The games that I've seen, I don't know what Monaco was about. I don't know what these other Villarreal. I don't know what they were about, bro. These were in Copenhagen.
I broke them down.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be fair, all of these games should have been winnable, bro. These draws that we pulled out.
Yeah.
They should have been wins, okay? But let's not. We're here. So, okay. At least he switched it up. At least he's trying a new game plan.
Yeah.
Here we go. The tactical managers coming out.
With tactics.
I don't know what's happening, but it seems to be working. What was impressive in that game for me was Archie Gray, because at times I didn't know where he was playing at all. At times he was a third centre-back. Then he went to a 6 midfielder, then he went to an 8 midfielder, then he went to a 10, and he was doing that, and he almost had a bit of a free role, and then he was overlapping with Bergvall as well, and you saw them two linking up to create the first goal, which was a beautiful link up. So you're starting to see, like green shoots. Colomboani has started, and we see a partnership with Richarlison and Kola, which I never saw. If I'm honest, I didn't. But there was something happening. Something was happening there. Kolo set him up for 1, and then Kolo scored 2. So there was something happening there. They're starting to build, and there was energy in there as well. And they wanted to show a response. And I'm like, all right, cool. We lose 5-3, but again, exactly what you're saying there. At least you kind of go, well, we saw some fight in you. We saw some. We saw that you wanted to win in that game.
The problem that I saw is to play offensive and to get 3 goals meant we sacrificed 5, and that was a concern. Romero was all over the shop in that game, which he will say that himself. I hope he's honest to look at that. But the shape, there were 2 different shapes. There was a defensive shape and an offensive shape. And there was a lot of energy in pressing and winning the ball high and trying to win it there. And with that, we then found ourselves being exposed by quality players. And don't get me wrong, like the first 2 goals were absolute worldies. You do not save them, you have no hope in hell. And the rest was just good football. It's just how it works out.
It's exactly what you're saying there. There was a massive difference in quality between us. There's potential in our squad, and then they had high class quality. They didn't waste any energy. PSG.
They're a well-oiled machine.
They knew when to walk. They knew when to play tactic. They knew when to hold. They knew when to turn the afterburners on. They knew when to take a shot. They knew when to grab. And every pass was accurate. Every bounce, do you know what I mean? It just bounced nicely within the rhythm of the guy that's running onto it for them to take it on and make something of it.
And that's where I go phase 2. First, obviously looking at the Gooner game as my reference, I was like, Frank, that's a U one. Then I looked at the PSG game and I go, is it a bit more deeper than that now? Is it a case of the players, because I think there was it 5 or 7 changes to the Arsenal game? I'm going to go 5. You're going to tell me it was 7. It's fine. We're good like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, have you made those changes because it's tactical, or are you making a different statement? Is it about some of the personnel for Frank? Is he struggling with some of the characters we have in that dressing room? And the only reason why I say that, I've got no evidence. The only reason why I say that is I go back to Van der Ven and Spence. The minute they publicly I won't use shame as the term, were defiant towards their manager in public, says a lot about you and that person. And I kind of took it to a normal job. Like, you work somewhere and you don't like the manager, or you have a fallout, or you're upset about something else, and you let that happen publicly. There's got to be some kind of response. Either I'm going to make sure that the manager knows that I'll never behave like that again because that was uncalled for, and go. Or it gets outed that there is an issue behind closed doors, etc. But for me, it made me look at a different aspect and go, as much as we're trying to make this work, are all the players buying in? Has he got the room? When he goes into that dressing room, are they doing what we're doing right now? Are some of the players going, why are we playing like this? What's he making us do? Why are we doing this? I don't want to play like this. I want to play like that. But he won't let me. And as humans, you know if you're in a situation where it doesn't feel right, because now how the world works, we're in the WhatsApp group. Frank's not in the group. There will be conversations of going, I'm not feeling this, guys, what are you saying? And I don't know if there's rumblings of that. I don't know. I get a sense that I don't know if they're all singing off the same song sheet, and then that pulls us to some of the stuff that happened after the Fulham game, which
we'll jump in. We'll jump into the Fulham game in a minute, bro.
Go on.
I have had this feeling since the Guna game, bro, and then like you said there, with the Jed and the Van der Ven pulling it together.
I love how you go Jed, I go Spence.
Yeah. But there's something that I noticed massively, right? So like you said there, the body language wasn't great for those two that walked off and what they was doing there. But the body language hasn't been great from the whole squad, if I'm looking at it. Yeah. And I don't think that they're with it, bro. I don't think that they're with it. There was a time where they looked like they were with it, right? And that was pre-season. Do you remember in pre-season, we were speaking about pre-season and... You know, Frank's there with the texted balls, and I was looking at these guys' eyes, and we spoke about Son,
that really
right?
well. Yep. All connected to the board,
right? Everybody was connected. Everyone's like, yep. Every time they ran to the sidelines, everyone was with, and they looked energized to be getting some tactics from him, bro. I have not seen them eyes. I have not seen the will and the energy within the group. I have not seen the unity, even on the. And I know people, you know, some people go crazy when you mention Ange, right?
Who?
No, listen. He won us a trophy. I don't business.
I said it. I loved him.
And
he gets respect from me.
And you're going to compare it,
yeah.
right? If it was anybody else, we'd still be. And they were doing great.
You compare what went before.
But you have to. You always will. The character, the togetherness, the family orientation with that squad last season and the first season that was under Ange, bro, it grew and grew. Even though we was decimated with injuries and we didn't get nobody in January until the last day and all of that jazz, bro, the community, the family, the togetherness, the energy between them, like they were like brothers, bro. And I don't think, however many, I don't think Frank's inspiring them the same way that Ange was inspiring them. He got their hearts and their minds and then gave them tactics. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I could see a difference in them. And then when I'm looking at these players now, bro, walking off, and then we get to Fulham, do you know what I mean? And you see what's going on there. You know, and we lost to Fulham, which a lot of people were saying was a bigger game than PSG.
Oh, I think for Frank it probably was.
In the sense that we've lost how many at home?
Yep.
And, you know, the Guna game and Chelsea, blah, 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 blah. Premier League. It's a bigger game than PSG, right? The same thing happened down. The same thing that we're talking about, Copenhagen, Man United. The same thing happens where you go, okay, cool, build on the good things. So we then hit this 4-2-2-2, which ended up being the formation that was in against PSG. All right, cool. You're going to build off of something, yeah. So this is where you're going. You're going to build off of something. You go, all right, and cool. So you put these same, you know, numbers in, you put them same shapes in, you go, all right, and this is the plan, let's go. And Darren, did I not voice note you? I
want to play the voice note right now.
Bro, find the voice note. Find it. I was in Oldbury, all right, when we was playing Fulham. Yeah, the kickoff was 8 p.m. I was in Oldbury at that time doing an event for that night. I didn't have no Sky Sports on the hotel TV, but I was there looking for Talk Sport, okay? Yeah. At that same time, I've looked at my phone, I've gone to Sky Sports to see the lineups Yeah, 6 minutes in. 6 minutes in, and then I had to voice note Darren because I couldn't do nothing but laugh.
Hotel, right? About an hour before I leave, yeah? Bro, I just come downstairs. I thought, let me check the score. Bruv, 6 minutes gone, 2-0 down, bruv. 6 minutes gone, 2-0 down, bruv. Frank's gone, bruv. Frank is gone. Unless they pull something out of the bag right now, bruv. I had to crack up laughing because I was like, is that a mistake? Bruv,
I thought it was a mistake, Darren.
I thought the TV was lying to him. I thought the TV was lying. It couldn't be that.
I was like, nah, come on. And then when I saw the goals, and then, all right, cool. I didn't get to see the full game now.
Mm-hmm.
We score in the 60th minute with Kudus. We had a couple in the second half. He threw on all 5 substitutes, try and make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that second goal, that Vicario, I think we've all seen that now.
Yep.
You know, it's the second goal that we can see. He takes it out to the left. He goes, like you said there, he's not one to play with his feet. But instead of getting rid of it, he goes to play it to Bergvall on the left-hand side. And it should have been a straight pass. It wasn't a straight pass, it was a diagonal pass straight into a Fulham player, and then they broke on us. And then he had the cheek to shout at Bergvall, bruv.
The cheek. The cheek.
The cheek to shout at... Bruv, go on. Go.
Accountability is so important. Accountability. Vicario, he's always infuriated me for his outbursts.
Yeah, go on.
When things don't go his way in the box and he screams at someone else. He saves a shot and he charges out and he shouts at players. And I'm like, I don't know if that's the right way to handle yourself. When he made that mistake, I was like, if Van der Ven runs at you and has a go at you, you got no leg to stand on here. But the fact that he was charging out, complaining, making noise, giving other people abuse, and then it brings me to this point. Then for Frank to come out and be upset with us fans for vocalising our feelings puts me in a really weird spot. We do podcasts because we're opinionated and we love Tottenham, we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And everyone has the right to. We now live in a world where everyone's opinion can go global. It can be heard worldwide. The beautiful thing about football is you have an audience that is live. We perform, we're on stage, we do stuff. A live audience gives you everything you need. They tell you if it's working, if it's not working, if they like you, if they don't like you, if they're having a good time, if they're not. And if you're performing, you have to accept what they give you. And you can't ever look at your audience and blame them. It's never the audience's fault. I can't be rubbish or go, I'm doing so great, you just don't appreciate what I'm doing. That's not how this works. Tottenham, right now, got what they deserved against Fulham from our fans. The fact that they booed Vicario for a number of minutes after those incidents, whenever he got the ball, there was boos and stuff. That's a reflection on our feelings. You've hurt our feelings. They were upset. They were angered by the choice you made on that pitch and your reaction to it as well. There was no humble moment of, oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry. It was someone else's fault. We don't like that. People don't like that in general. But then after the game, to have Frank telling us stuff about supporters, how we should support, having the players come out with what seemed like very PR, media managed tweets about how we should support and that they're going to fight on for us and give us that. I am over those kind of messages. I remember when Tottenham would do the same one after we lost. Here we go again. We go again. We go again.
Back to work.
Back to work. Just do it. Follow that brand. I know we're sponsored by them.
Yep.
Just do it. Don't tell me. Don't give me the quotes. Don't give me this well-worded message. Give it to me in a performance. And I feel this season we've not had a performance from this team that has made us go, that's our team. I'm proud, especially at home, where it's our house. Not away when there's only a small number of us there, when it's at our house. Do it at home. They've given us nothing at home, and it's sad. And I get them being upset at the weekend. I get it. Saturday night, under the lights, you gave us nothing. And then we're going to be upset. We're allowed. We're absolutely allowed. And you're allowed to feel it, and you're allowed to say how you feel, but there's got to be a meet somewhere. We can't turn up to next home game and be the best supporters in the world and sing our hearts out unless you give us something to sing for. There's got to be a meet in the middle, and I don't know if it's going to happen.
I don't know either, bro.
I don't know, and I've never felt like this before, where I'm so uncertain. I don't know if I want him out. I don't know if I want him to stay. I don't know if tactically he's going to get it right. I don't know if it's personnel. I don't know if he's trying to work out the best formation around the players that he's got, and there are bad eggs in there. I'm not sure. There's so much. This should have been a period of time where we should be excited about this new Tottenham.
Yeah.
But right now, this new Tottenham has no identity, no idea.
Doubt.
Scary.
Normally, as you know, it normally takes me 10 Premier League games to make a judgment on a manager, right? To kind of go, all right, cool, this is where we're going.
You normally bang on, by the way.
You know, in the sense that within those 10 Premier League games, there will be cup games, but you will see adversary, you'll see us lose, you'll see us come back, you'll see us do something good, you'll see us building it, you'll see a direction in which we're going, you'll see a belief within the players, you'll see what's going on. You can get a good barometer of what's going on. After 10 games, Dal, on this podcast with you beautiful people out there, I said, I don't know what Thomas Frank's Tottenham is right now. I really didn't. Yeah, because of the way that we started the season, and then it's dropped off so bad. I mean, how is the only thing that's consistent, Darren, Hart, in the house, that we have a 0.01 XG, 0.07 XG? Bruv, that's the only consistent thing. That is the only consistent thing that we're bringing to the table, bruv.
Okay. And you know what? We're going to be consistent in us. We're normally the positive people. Yeah? We normally find something to be positive about. That XG can be rectified. Now, here's some options, Frank. Here's some options.
Drop it down.
Last season, we had a player who was our top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Why don't you put
Welsh
him on the
guy.
pitch?
Yeah.
Why don't Johnson get some minutes? Like, well, just try it.
Bro,
Just give it a go.
put him on the left for cheese on bread, bruv.
That's
Put
the
him
gap.
on the left.
So if we put Brennan on the left, Kudus on the right, let's just give it a go. Could it be any worse than what we're doing right now? I don't think so. Yeah?
No, well, we're still confused about that left-hand side.
Yeah,
aren't
we're
we?
very confused.
However,
Yeah.
encouraging
Yeah.
some of Odebear's performances
Yeah.
have been, and
All
whatever.
I'm saying is, all I'm trying to address right now is XG. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
To change XG, you've got to have people that have goal-scoring instincts.
Right.
Odebear is a great dribbler, he's a crosser, but he's not a goal scorer.
And he's not there yet.
Yeah, he's not showing us
getting
that yet.
there, yeah.
But if you want to try and improve the XG, you've got to have players on the pitch who can do that. Johnson, we know, can. Kudus is showing that he's got that.
Yeah.
Okay, middle of the park. If you're playing Paulinho and Bentancur, neither of those two are the most expansive in terms of creativity. Why don't we try this as an option? Playing Xavi Simons deeper.
Okay.
Now, you go, what do you mean, Hartman? He's not that, he's a 10. The Premier League, I highlighted this, I think, episode 3. Could be wrong. I think it was 3. Where I said, have the Premier League removed the 10? Is a 10 a luxury player? And then I was like, let me look at something. So I've done my due diligence, I've done my research. When Maddison was at his best at Tottenham, there were so many moments in the game where he would pick up the ball in our own half. He would go that deep to go and get it. And I was like, why would Maddison do that? Because he wants the ball, because it's hard to get it in the congestion. So he's coming out the congestion to pick it up, because he's like a quarterback. Simmons could be that quarterback. You know who was the greatest quarterback in the Premier League for a long time? De Bruyne. People forget that De Bruyne used to drop that deep. He used to pick up the ball from Ruben Diaz and players like that. He would come that close and go, I want it here. That's where I want it. Then he turns and go watch the highlights. Watch your Premier League highlights if you don't believe me. Ping that long diagonal, Haaland's in, whoever's in, and he played it for the runners. I'm telling you now, give it a go. Xavi Simons hitting that diagonal for Brennan Johnson coming in across the left would have more success or would build the XG, because I'm sure we'll be getting shots off. Why don't we try stuff?
Dal, I tell you what, you're absolutely right. But also, why don't we try those that actually do start performing or turning up? Why don't we try continue playing them? So started the season flying.
Yeah.
Up and down, you go, all right, and cool, you can either do exactly what you're saying there. You put a Bentancur or a Palhinha, and then you put Sarr in there, who's industrious enough to be up and down.
Oh, sorry, I've still got Sarr in my team.
Oh, he's further up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because and this is where, if we move off of XG, just on performance...
I was just like, yeah.
You put Sarr there, because what you then encourage is the press. You get Sarr pressing. He's probably one of the fittest players I've seen.
Yes.
So if Sarr is closer, he's pressing, he can win it there. He can give it to Colomani, he can shoot, he can score. But what you're doing is just taking that element out of Simmons' game. Because he doesn't look like he's a presser, he doesn't look like he's got that. Then he's there to pick up the ball in those areas where he can get a little bit more space, a little bit more time on the ball, and he can look up and make those passes. I'm not saying it's foolproof, but I'm saying it's worth giving a try. Because right now, it doesn't look good. And you're absolutely right. There were players that have looked good. Sarr's looked good.
Johnson started, he scored 2 at the beginning, you know what I mean?
It just does what it says on the tin. As we've debated on many different pods about Johnson. One thing you can never argue about is this boy scores goals. You just can't argue about it. He scores goals. And I believe if he's got Udogie behind him, even Spence, they played together at Forest, they know each other, they've got sometimes I think we fans look at football and go, why do they make it so difficult? Why do managers make it so complicated for themselves? Because we're probably all screaming that there's other options for Spurs and there's other ways this could work, and why isn't Frank doing it? That's the big question for me. Why? And then I go back to, has he lost players? Has he lost them? Has he lost confidence? Has he even lost himself?
No, but Dal, you made a great point earlier, right, about Frank's press conference when he's talking about the fans and the booing, and then we've got the players biting back a bit as well, right? Now, we supporters, because we're supporters, win, lose or draw, rain or sunshine, bruv, we're there, right? Do you know what I mean? If there's 4 managers or 1 or none, we're there. Do you know what I mean? But you're getting this kind of this bitter kind of snipe coming back. This bitter snap coming back from Frank right now.
I don't know if anyone caught after the Guna game. He said to remind us fans that we finished 17th.
Yeah, but this is exactly. See, you're there. You're there with me, right? But at the same time, how can he be there, have a full pre-season, and regardless of what we think about our transfer window, did we get enough? We never get enough. But he got more than a lot. Do you know what I mean? Getting Xavi and Kudus in, and like he got more than Colomani came in as well. Do you know what I mean?
He got twice.
Yeah?
He got twice. You can't say he got no twice. He got twice.
He got more than a lot.
He got twice.
Bruv.
He got twice.
You know?
He got twice.
So, he got his Paulinho in there as well, the specialist.
He got twice.
So
there's enough to play with there.
He's had a pre-season. The only one that didn't have a pre-season was Xavi and Colo. And then you've had, what we in that? Like, it's 4 months of the Premier League. I think we're on 12 or 13 games now. Bro, I mean, this is long enough to have to put your stamp and have your impression on this team. I haven't seen it. For you to be pulling out last season and 17th, I mean, mate, are you okay? I'm sorry, but are you okay? No, Dal. No, do you know what? It's such a weak thing for him to say as a new manager.
You know what? Anyone who watches this in a relationship or been in a relationship, you know when someone's in an argument and they know they're not going to win, and they just come up with a random statement. Like, you didn't take the bin out last week. Like, what that got to do with this conversation? That's a next conversation. Why are we doing that? It feels like that. It had no relevance. It was irrelevant. You think we don't remember that? You need to remember that we were 17th last year.
No,
we know,
bro.
big man. We know. But you know, we also remember we won the Europa League last year as well.
2-2s.
That's what we remember as well. We don't forget either of the two. We know what happened. We know why it happened. We've got the history. But what I really want to know is, What are you doing now?
What are you doing to take this team, this European champions? What are you doing to take this team forward?
Even if that, what are you doing to take the European champions, or what are you doing to take the team that finished 17th?
And this is what is coming out of his mouth, bro.
Yeah.
So you're looking for excuses already. You're looking sideways.
Yeah.
You know, and and another thing that gets me about Frank right now, after having this period of time, and this is not get on Frank, I'm just saying it how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're going to be honest.
How I see it. I'm not just going to speak positive for positive sake.
Yeah.
You know, but
His
his words and actions do not match up.
Yeah.
The amount of times that he said we're going to go aggressive, we're going to go front-footed, we're not going to go for a 0-0. These are the questions that he's being asked, and these are the answers that he's saying. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to compete, bruv. The words and the actions are not meeting up. When the 2-2 Man United, you know, there's been games where he's come out and he's like, yeah, but we played well to get the 2-2, and I'm like, it's almost defeatist. It's like being a supporter of Torquay instead of Tottenham. Big up Torquay, love your work every single time. We'll come to see you live and direct.
Yeah, I did that show. Yeah,
I'm not cussing out Torquay. It's just Tottenham and Torquay. It just came to my brain. I'm sorry, okay? But now you're involved in the show. They're gonna get tagged in the show as well because we mentioned the name twice. But you know what I mean? It's like, bro.
He took a Torquay.
Yeah. We're switching it up, bruv. Next, bruv. Bro,
he took the Torquay.
He took a Torquay from January, bro. We make a transfer. We're choking him. I'm kidding.
Let me kill me.
We're making a transfer in January, boy. Cheese on bread, man. I'm telling you. But we can't be having that type of mentality, though. No. Even, I tell you what gets me as well. Like I said, his words and his actions are not matching up.
Yeah.
You look at that Newcastle game, the Carabao Cup game, right? Now, we've got Newcastle coming up tomorrow where we're filming.
Yeah, that's the logic of where we're filming, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, that Carabao Cup game, I feel that we should have won that game. And it was there for the taking. But, the energy, they played, there was some nice passing and moving, and if not for Richarlison, I think we could have been 4 goals up in that game. Mm-hmm. But we had that discussion on this podcast, right? But that game was there for the taking, but I felt it was all too easily pushed to the side. Like, it's the Carabao Cup. If we're going to chuck one, that's the one we're going to chuck. Mm-hmm. And then Newcastle went on for the next 3 games, and I don't think they won their next 3 games. Yes. You know? And I think West Ham beat them as well during that time. I'm not sure.
They did, with them.
But I think they beat them during the time, and I was like, we just... So there's certain things, bro, where I look at Frank, and I'm like, your words and actions are not meeting up. You look at Van der Ven and Spence, like you say, walking off and being like, what's this? You look at the body language after every single game so far, and it's not there. It's not there, bro. And you have a quote unquote half a positive, and this is what we've got to take. We've got to take half a positive from getting beat 5-3 against PSG, with all their might, with all their money, with all their quality, and etc. etc. We've got to take half positives from there and go, okay, cool, let's go in. And then the Fulham game, bro. Within 6 minutes, you're 2-0 down. And you're having that, and then these responses. Now, I've said it on Last Word on Spurs, Dow. I've said it on Chris Cowling's Spurs Chat podcast, and I'll say it here now if I haven't said it before. If you are a supporter like myself and Darren, and you eat, sleep, and breathe Tottenham, I am never going to tell you that your opinion is wrong. Okay, however hard or harsh you feel it is. I'm never going to tell you it's wrong. I will say I don't agree with it, or I'll say, look, this is the way that I see the same situation, to give you balance and so that we can have a debate and we can talk about it. But I'm never going to call you wrong. I'm never going to say that you are wrong. However, mad it goes. You know what I mean? However visceral it goes, because it does in the Tottenham world. The fan base can get visceral, right? We've been here. We've done this. So I'm never going to say that you're wrong. So when it comes down to the booze, okay, like you said there, not only are the fans paying extortionate money, if you go with just like mum and son, dad and daughter.
Listen, you plus one, it's expensive.
It's expensive.
You on your own can be a long way.
Mate, right? So you're spending a lot of money. The attendances have been dropping, by the way. There's a lot of people that are not going right now.
There's a lot of tickets available on the match day.
A lot of tickets available.
I'm going in December. We're going to make that happen. But yeah, there's a lot.
So there's a lot of people that are voting with their feet right now. And they're like, Christmas is coming. the electric bills come in. Forget Christmas.
100%.
Right? I'm not going,
I agree.
especially if you're serving me up what you're serving me up,
Yeah.
especially at home, like you're saying there,
Yeah.
yeah? So they're allowed. If you go and show a performance after 6 minutes that we're 2-0 down against a Fulham side where they've not won against away from home,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? They're down there in the doldrums, and we've done this against Bournemouth and Wolves, by the way. We've given them.
We're the joy of Christmas right now.
We are
Come
Santa
to Tottenham,
Claus,
we are
bruv.
gifting you 3 points.
Mate,
Anything you need, come to Tottenham, we will give it to you.
there
we
is,
will gift wrap
but
it.
there is no way, bruv. There is no way that we should have given up those 3 points there.
Agree.
And tell me what changed or what happened between the good things that you can take from PSG to Fulham, where you're playing the same formation, roughly the same-ish side, or you've changed to 1 or 2, and they look lost again, bruv. They look lost again, and they look all over the place.
All over.
Now, as a fan and a supporter, I'm big enough that if the players want to have a snipe back, I feel, you know what, you're a big man. Do you know what I mean? Like, say what you're gonna say. Cool. I'm big enough to hear it and go, I agree or I disagree or whatever. But fine. I think you're digging your own grave by doing that.
Yeah.
Because everybody will be on your back as soon as you make one half a mistake. But fine, I'm big enough to take it. It's not a thing to me. But you look, bro, from when Frank is sniping back and pulling out 17th and talking about all these other things, and then the players are sniping back, they're walking off, they're disinterested, they're showing that frustration, the way they're taking off the tops at the end.
Yeah,
like
all the energy.
These,
All the energy.
It's everybody else's fault that you said.
Yeah.
So now they're not even looking at themselves,
No,
bro.
not at all. Point the finger. It's point game. It's pointing at someone else.
So that to me, so on your point, bro, that to me looks like somebody who has lost the players. He can have all the tactics in the world, but if you're not going to inspire hearts, minds, and souls, bro, how many times have you been with a great teacher? You know what I mean? As in knows his stuff inside out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But because he said it in one tone, I've actually got a teacher in my head as I'm saying this. I'm not going to say it.
David Rand.
I know, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to
Remember, you don't say the school. If he's watching, that's on him.
Norris. No. I'm not saying a thing.
Yeah.
But you know, like in one tone, or just
I know.
They've got all the knowledge, bro, and they've got all the ways for you to teach you physics and maths or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you're looking and you're like, oh,
Physics,
bro,
physics teacher.
can you? I can't remember. It wasn't physics. It was maths or economics or something. It was something.
I'm not very
Oh,
I
bro.
hear it.
But do you know what I mean? Like, but you get a teacher that can inspire you and put that fire up in you, bruv, and like give you that energy to go, you know what, I can take on anybody. Even the formations, everything is subconsciously, the game plan, like you said, the Gooners, Chelsea, everything is saying, we're not good enough.
Yeah.
We're not good enough.
Yeah.
You know what? If we lose against these lot, it's all right because they're a big team.
Yeah.
PSG, Chelsea, Gooner, every single one, bruv.
Yeah.
To me, that's loser mentality.
100%.
And like I was saying about that Gooner game there, I was like, that's almost a final team for me, right?
Okay.
Going up against it, the example that I used was like, so what would happen if we're going up against Barcelona in the Champions League final? Like, are we going to set up like, is this how we're going to play and not look to win, but look to hold, concede, frustrate, and play those dumb games? Now, why does it take 35 minutes to take a throw on? Tell me, why does it take 35 minutes to take a throw on? Why is everybody shining balls? Well, I don't understand. Pause. But why are they all there, bruv? 35 minutes, you know? Man stretching out his calf and everything, having a little way to his missus in the crowd, and then he wants to...
Yeah, it's mad.
What's going on? They're stopping the flow of the game. What is going on? And I don't know. There's a great... I'll give another example, and I mentioned Ange again. There was a great example for me, right? Last year, around this time, I can't remember when, but it was around this time, it might have just been January, we played Liverpool. And we lost that game 5-3. And at 4-1, we were still together, pushing and going, we're going to get back into this, right? Everything about our play was, we're going to get back into this. And we brought it back to 4-3, okay? And then because we was pushing, that's when they scored the 5th and they made it 5-3.
Yeah.
But I said on the Spurs Chat podcast with Chris, I said at that point, and I know, it was one of the first things that I said, I know this sounds crazy. I know we just lost 5-3. Look, we just lost 5-3 again.
Mm-hmm.
I know we just lost 5-3. But I'm proud of those boys because against everything, with no defence, one defender, do you know what I mean? No midfield, we kept going until the end and we kept believing that, you know, we might get back in this. And we was unlucky not to get a point out of it at that stage, you know what I mean? Like, but you could see that energy and I could back them in that because I saw where, if everything was, you know, if we had all our players, where that could possibly go, right?
You see a vision, yeah.
I don't see anything, and please help me as my brother. This is what you used to do on WhatsApp back in the day. When I was ever confused or frustrated like I am now, and I'm speaking like I'm speaking, I'm like, doubt, and I would get 15-minute voice note. I'd give him a 15-minute voice note. I'd be like, bruv, talk to me. But I don't know what... It's great that we've seen 14 different formations. 4-3-3, 5-2-3. We've seen 2-2-2. I don't know what...
Yeah.
And it's confused me, right? And at first, that might have been a thing to go, okay, cool, he's adaptable, he's this, he's that. But who are we now?
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Who are we? And what's going on? I feel for Frank, but he's making a mistake for himself. He's not settled on what is the best team because from what I get, his ideology is I fit the team against the opposition. But it seems like we're inferior to everybody we play.
Everybody.
And if that's the mentality that we're going to attack each game with, his statement of remember we finished 17th, we will finish there again this year. Because that's the mentality. I think for Frank, I think maybe he is having a moment for himself. He left the team that if he finished between 17th and 11th, they were very happy.
Yeah.
If he finished 11th and between 11th and 5th, they were ecstatic. The fan base loved him. The players all did whatever he said. He was Lord and Chief. He stepped out of that into a very, very different climate. It's not what he's used to. I don't know if he is comfortable. I don't know if he's happy. I don't know if he's not having these same concerns that we're having about, I don't know this team's identity. I can't get it to work. I feel that when I look at what I'm against and what I have, I can't make what I have do what I need to do against what we're playing against. And if that's the case, he won't be around for much longer.
But now, like, you know, look, this got put in one of the groups today. I want to say it's Spurs Express that tweeted it, right? But this is today. Mm-hmm. This is today, as in within the last couple of hours. Growing frustration within the Tottenham squad towards manager Thomas Frank, as there is increasing confusion as to what roles players are being tasked with, as plans are thrown out or changed either close to kickoff or alarmingly early during games.
Yeah. And that's when I say about the Frank's internal, because that's him. That's him doubting himself potentially, not being comfortable in what he's seeing and panicking. And I feel that maybe it's.
But if he's panicking, doubt, of course the players are going to panic.
Oh, they'll smell it. They'll see it. They will.
If he's confused about what is
respect, if you lose respect.
And the thing is with Frank as well, he's used to having that week to work on whatever plan he's going to work on. Now he's got a day. No, he's got a day.
They travel back, rest day.
Rest day with a meeting, and then next day they're going to work on whatever. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And these 2 days off, games every 2 days. Yeah. That's hurting him as well. All of the press conferences that he's got to do for Tottenham, they're hurting him as well. Yeah. Yeah. Because he is very truthful within. He's like, as in, he shares a lot of. If they ask him a question about the tactic, he'll be there for 5 minutes talking about it. But again, the words and the actions are not meeting.
They're not meeting.
Now flip it on its head. Flip it the whole other way. If we wanted to be positive about this, do you see anything to be positive about right now?
There's not a lot. There's not a lot. I think. Again, as I back to a positive, I get an alarm bell go off in my head because, like, Romero is our captain. I haven't heard him speak.
Yeah, he'll pull out a tweet now and again, but the last 3 he hasn't.
Haven't heard him. Haven't heard his voice, and he's gone off the boil a little bit as well. And our leadership unit are not doing a great job leading. And their vocals come out and tell us what we're supposed to do, but on the pitch you don't see it. And I feel that the Premier League is very much a league now where you don't get time as a manager. There's no time. You look at Slot, people are saying he's gone before Christmas. You look at the amount of managers that have already been fired, and you look at our situation, and no disrespect to Frank, no disrespect to him at all. Is Tottenham too big a step? Or
is it the wrong fit?
Or is it the wrong fit? And I'm not asking this question with an answer already loaded.
Drop it in the comments as well.
Is he the wrong fit? Is Tottenham and Frank not right? Or does it just need time? And if it does need time, do we have to alter our perspective for the rest of the season? Do we have to go, this whole season is an experimental season? We're not saying we're too big to go down, but if we're doing that, and remember, this is what I said before when we got rid of Ange. I said we're going into a rebuild again, and a rebuild takes time. And sometimes what we got is we get a rebuild that started with Ange with 10 games unbeaten, and we look amazing. You get a rebuild like we're having with Frank, where it doesn't look very good right now. But do we throw the towel in, or do we go, hold on a minute, we invested in this. We believed in you tactically. You need time. Let's give you some more time. Players, give him time. Fans, give him time. We're not panicking. We're not going to go down if that's what they believe in. But suddenly we have to then adjust our settings and be like, okay, so we're not going to do much in the Champions League then if that's what we're doing. League is a write-off. It's going to be a season where we're just there.
I can't deal with that.
I'm not saying we should. But I'm saying, is that what we're falling into? Because we now have a new board structure. We don't have a Daniel Levy, to my mind, who's going to go, I'm pulling the trigger here, let's get rid of you. I don't know who is seeing what we're seeing as a problem, or if they're seeing it as a process. And going, we've only had one transfer window, he needs another one. We'll put the extra 100 mil in, so we're going to give him that extra 100 mil and buy it, because he may be in the room going, it's not working because I need X, Y, Z. What I thought I could get at this player, I can't. So I need X, Y, Z. If that's what's happening, then they're going to say he needs the window. And then that means he's to wait till January, he gets to window, then you've got to bed that players in, build, then that's the whole season.
Yeah.
And that is then us going, that is us having to readjust our setting. But you know what, I'll be really honest and frank.
Well done.
If they came out, and I mean this, if Spurs came out and said, this is a season where we can see it's not going great, we're trying to get everything in place, it's going to take time, this is a rebuild. And if they use the term, it's a rebuild, fans, I get it. It's hard, it's going to be a tough season for us because Frank's experimenting, we're experimenting, we're going to give it all we can. And our aim is for next season to be in a position where we're competing, but I don't know if that's too much to ask for, but if I've got something like that, I'll ride this season out. But if you give me, as you quite rightly said, conflicting information, where Frank's saying we're going to be front foot, aggressive, we're going to play football, using Tadeusz to do as part of his mantra, and then you go out there and do the complete opposite, that's fraud.
And then talk about 17.
Yeah, that's fraud.
So Otai, before the game,
That's
Chelsea... say it again, Darren.
Fraud.
Before the game, Chelsea, Guna, we're going to be competitive. We're not going for a nil.
Oh, my gosh.
But then after the game, you want to talk about 17.
Yeah.
Before the game, we're going to be front-footed and on the attack. And then after the game, you're going to talk about 17th and the players booing.
Yeah, don't do it.
Nah, bruv. I'm sorry, bruv. I've got to the point now where I'm worried to give him money in January. Because once you lose the players... The thing is with under Ange, when I was sticking up for him, and I came off of podcast because, you know what I mean, I was getting it for sticking up for him. But I saw that the players had his back, bruv. I saw that they believed what he was saying. You know, I saw it, and I'm like, look, if he's got the players, that's the most important thing right there. Yeah. If the players buy into what he's talking about and what he's saying, that's the most important. And you know, obviously, from January as well, not only... did we not buy anybody in January until the last days? But Ange knew at that point that the board wanted him out regardless. Yeah. So then he sacrificing his own job and going, all right, and cool. I'm going to put the weaker side out in the Premier League and try and save everybody, wrap them in cotton wool for that cup and go and win that, bruv. And I could at least see the players that were with him.
Yeah.
And maybe this is where we're missing Sonny, because Sonny is a very much the glue in between everybody. Young, old, doesn't matter if you're Portuguese, Spanish, do you know what I mean? African, he brings everybody together. And maybe we're missing somebody who knits everything together, like camaraderie type of vibe and that type of captain. Maybe we are. But this is all a new chapter. If Romero's going to be the guy, a World Cup winning guy, that is, you know what I mean, the next captain in line, which a lot of us fans would have shouted for the next captain. Defender, good position,
No complaints.
All right, so take up your mantelpiece now. Like, take it up, and not just when we're winning or drawing or unbeaten in the Champions League, but when we have performances like this. This is what you're saying, bruv. This is when Romero's got to come out and go, you know what, guys, that's not good enough. That's not what I stand for.
Yeah.
We're gonna da-da-da. You come out as a captain and do that.
That's the whole thing. And that for me, it's for everybody. It's not just some people may hear this, oh, we're digging out Romero. We're not digging out Romero. We're digging out the whole leadership squad. And like Vicario's come out, I've got to obviously give both sides of the coin. He has come out and said he apologised. It was his mistake for the second goal.
He stood up.
And as I said, that's after. That's reflection. I'm great with reflection, but you guys, I love you Spurs, but the Spurs players like to reflect on tweets.
Yeah.
Give it to us on the pitch. That's all we ask for. We don't ask for much. Give us a performance. Frank, give us passion. Give us a team that we can be proud of. And I think that's the thing. It's being proud. Win, lose or draw, we want a bit of pride. We want to see that there's been a game plan that was a positive game plan. Because Frank, you told us that. You said you were giving us that. It's not we're asking for something that you don't want to give us. You told us that. So let's do it. And I feel that I hear it. And that's why I started this pod today, when we started talking, I get the frustration. I hear it. Me and Ricky have done this today. We've got animated, we've got annoyed and frustrated. But ultimately, I don't know which way to go. I'm still here going, I don't know if I want a man fired. I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if it's going to turn the corner in the next game and we're going to look amazing again and suddenly it's all hunky-dory. And that's worrying because I don't know what to do.
But Dal, we've got subtext. We look at the subtext.
Yeah.
We look at scripts. We break down scripts. The subtext right now after Fulham is we've had the manager snap a couple of times now this week. Yeah, supposed to be the media darling, supposed to get on with the press, and that's what we wanted, because you know there's certain other managers were grating. But anyway, right. But now he's snapping back. Now the players are snapping back. Yeah. Everyone's blaming everybody else. Right. No accountability.
Oh, Vicario did it.
Vicario did. Big up Vicario. No, you're absolutely right. But
rebalance.
You know, there's certain accountability issues there. Yeah. And I don't think he has inspired this squad. I don't think he's inspired the fans, or given us anything to be inspired about. I hear about the pride, and I hear about giving us something, right? But where's there? I don't know where we're going with Frank, bro. I don't know what direction we're going in, and I'm not inspired by what I'm seeing on the field. I'm not inspired by the results. And I don't know where we're going. Is this just a tough part of the sea that we have to see through? But then I look at the players in the subtext and go, it doesn't look like you're with him. Even though you're snapping back at us lot, it doesn't look like you're on the Frank train, bro. It looks like they're going two different ways. The same way that Van der Ven and Spence avoided Frank like the plague when they walked off against Chelsea, I think it was. The same way that everybody's doing the same thing. Bro, look at the dissension. Look at how many times there's been the players themselves have not wanted to give the clap to the fans. And now we've spoken about that, right? We've spoken about, all right, cool, you can be upset, frustrated, and you want to get into the dressing room. But bro, how many times has it happened now? This has now become an issue. So if this is an issue that people... Bergvall got it again off of Porro after Fulham. I think it was Bergie saying to Porro, clap the fans, and Porro just... So, bruv, that's dissension for me. That's, that's cracks in the wall right here. You know?
I'm going to put a big question.
Please.
Big question. We're about to wrap this pod for the day. When we next pod...
this is the thing.
When we next pod... Is Thomas Frank still going to be our manager?
Bruv, I want to know if he's going to last until Brentford. Because we've got Newcastle and Brentford.
But we're putting now episode 6. Is episode 7 gonna be who's our gaffer?
I'll tell you what, and I think that this speaks volumes as well. If he wasn't here, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be surprised. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
I'd be like, alright, cool, let's keep it moving.
I hear that.
It wouldn't even be a misstep, bruv. It wouldn't even be a drop in the beat, bruv. I'd be like, and 8 and 1, and we keep moving.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that says something in itself, bro. If I'm not, because I don't, bruv, there's not been one thing that I can go, okay, alright, cool. Defensive solidity. This is how we started the season.
Yeah.
Defensive solidity.
Yeah.
In the last week, we've conceded 13 goals.
Yeah.
So, do you know
know
what I mean?
I think I fully hear it.
So this is where we're at right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is this.
Yeah.
It is this, and we're going in. Like I said, we've got Newcastle coming up. We've got Brentford coming up. If he gets the sack after Brentford, bro, that would
What
be
a thing.
Horrendous.
What a
but that would
thing.
be such a Tottenham
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Be such a Tottenham thing.
And I'll tell you now, just quickly. I know we're wrapping up, and I know because I'm on one. I don't want another Premier League manager, bro, to come to Tottenham. I don't want Areola. I don't want Glasner.
Okay.
I don't want them
Okay.
to jump up to Tottenham
Uh-huh.
for the same reasons.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
as Frank.
Uh-huh.
If you're going to talk about a Tottenham manager,
We're talking replacements.
bro, I'll do it.
We're talking replacements.
If you're talking Tottenham, manager, I don't want it to come from within the league, bro. I don't want it to come from within the league. I'm looking like company, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Like, no, give me a step up. I know company's not coming, but what I'm saying is the brand of football. You look at Luis Enrique at PSG, the brand of football, right?
Hold on.
Go on.
Remember where company was though before he went.
Yeah, I know. But look at what he's done, right?
But that's what we did with Frank. We took a gamble on
No.
someone.
But company was different. Company was fresh. Frank had built roots. He's supposed to have Premier League experience. He's supposed to have taken this. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that was Company's first job.
Yeah.
So that's a free hit. He's learning. He's going all right and cool. But he done enough in there, which we all thought was crazy. But he done enough there. He showed a few signs at Burnley to go to Bayern Munich and then lift it up. Do you know what I mean? And then him play the way that he's playing.
Yeah.
The thing is with Frank is that yes, he's gone through the leagues, but this is what I'm saying. He's got more experience. He's got more tactical nous.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be a problem for him. He's supposed to be the man with the plan,
Yeah.
and every plan he brings to the table falls flat now. Everybody's looking, going, what direction? Where's north? Like nobody. Do you know what I mean? It's headless chicken, and the fire ain't there, bro. And when I don't see the fire, but you know what? Forget us backing the manager. The players.
Yeah.
Back your manager, and I'll back you, bruv.
Yeah.
Show me you're backing him and this system that he's just sent you out there to play in this sideways and backwards. If you're backing him, I'll back you, and everybody's backing each other.
Yeah.
But I don't see them backing him.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we need like a Tottenham manager, bro. Like I say, like company plays that way for me. You know, I don't think we would ever go with a Cesc Fabregas, but Cesc Fabregas is doing great at Como. He's not coming to us, and I don't want him because it'll be another one where we wait for him to leave.
Actually, having a full debate about our new manager.
But
this is what we're doing.
For me, and I don't want Brendan Rodgers either.
You know what? This is mental. This is why Tottenham Tottenham is such a challenge.
It stressed me out. Do you know how long I waited for this pod, bruv? Do you know how long I wanted to get back and just chat to you lot? I've been holding all this in. And I've been on 2-hour podcasts with Chris as well, bro. Like, I bet.
This is what it means to us as fans, and I get it. We love this club, and we just want to see it doing well, and we want it to make us proud. We wear the shirts, we go to the games, we invest, and now it could be worse. We could be down the bottom. We could be looking at sides like West Ham. Look how their season's going. There's always someone worse off than you, but right now it doesn't matter. What matters is what Tottenham are doing, because again, if we look at who's better than us, Arsenal are looking a lot better, and that's frustrating too. But we can only look at our house, and right now our house isn't in shape. And as we go forward, there are managerial options that we could try and approach. Whether they're going to want to come to Tottenham is a completely different story, and whether I agree, as Ricky said, everyone can have their opinion. Whether you agree or disagree is a different thing. I don't think any of those managers are right for Tottenham. And
What
I think,
about Xavi?
no, I don't think he's right for Tottenham either. And you know why I'm going to say that?
Please.
Because I don't think Tottenham knows what Tottenham wants. And that's why we're here today. Because Tottenham doesn't know what it wants to be. We've got a manager that doesn't know what he wants to do, and we've got players, what a bad sentence, we've got players who don't know what they want to do. And now the fans are lost. The fans are frustrated because we're buying in. We're trying to buy in. It's like being at the Black Friday sales or whatever, and we're trying to buy something, and we go in, every time we go in there, they keep changing the price and they keep moving the stock. What we doing here? Just keep it how it is. Let us know what we're doing, and we're so lost in it, we're so confused in it, and it's sad because we love our team. We love Tottenham, and Mimik will pod about them and talk about them forever because we love Tottenham. And right now, I'm worried for us because the next choice, the next decision could be massive in terms of our growth, progress, and how we move forward as a brand. Because we said we were investing in this new way with our new board, with a lot of new things happening. And this is their first manager that they're looking after and supporting. And it says a lot about the identity of Tottenham, of how we move forward. And I feel that, get this wrong, it could be it could push us even further back. And I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to accept that this season is going to be one of lots of lessons, and lessons that we may not want to go through. It's like a timetable that we go, I don't want double French, but I have it now. I don't want double science, but I have it now. And at one point I may get one random PE lesson and I'm going to enjoy it, and then that's what I've got to hold on to. Because I don't feel that Tottenham are going to give us as fans, if it stays the way it's looking, I don't think they're going to fire Frank. I don't think they're going to fire him. I don't think they're going to fire him.
For me, we've got much better players that should be playing at a higher level, a higher output level. I don't think that we are Torquay United. Big up Torquay United. I don't think that we are.
I'm Torquay shirt.
I don't think that we are Torquay United.
Torquay similar shirt.
But I think that Frank looks at us like Torquay in every single game that he's going into. And if he does that, bro, I ask you, do you give that guy 100 million? Would you have given Nuno 100 million in his time, bro? Do you know what I mean?
I hear you. I feel that he probably is a little bit like that, because I think I've said it a few minutes earlier about the level may be a bit much for him.
And the thing is that, Nuno's doing good at West Ham and well at
Yeah.
but it's again about the fit.
Yeah.
I don't think he fit Tottenham when he was there.
Yeah, and I feel that it's mad, right? Because I feel that Frank could fit Tottenham. I just don't know if he's brave enough. That's what it is.
But then the man wanted to talk about risk at the beginning of the season,
but that's what I mean. You can say it, but can you do it? And I feel that he's saying it because he believes that that's what we want to hear. He believes that's what we want to do. But when he closes the door and he's by himself, does he go, I can do this? Or is he going, oh, sugar, I can't do this? Frank, if you believe, we'll believe. Players, if you show us passion and desire, we'll give it right back to you. If you like, comment, subscribe, we will be back for you. It's all about the exchange. Yeah. Everyone's got to do their part in the exchange. And I don't feel that we're getting full value right now from what we're putting in. And I feel that it's a pivotal time. All
right. I know we're wrapping up, but I've got one last question to ask you. All right, before we do it, it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
I know he's on tomfoolery. Go on.
I'm not on tomfoolery.
Go on.
I promise.
Go on. For our pod.
No, it's all right. Please. All right, cool. What has your dad said about Frank?
He's not happy.
Okay, I'll give you mine. You give me yours, right? Yeah. But just tell me, because the thing is that we grew up with our dads, and even we've had arguments with our. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
But what has your dad said as a man that has supported this club through thick and thin for as long as he has?
Yeah. He can't see the identity.
Okay.
And from he can't see the identity, he doesn't understand what message he's trying to give these players. And as a fan, he's disappointed. Like the fact that he would contemplate missing start of a game to be doing something else says all about his connection to it. He's like, oh, I'll do that thing and I'll come in, it'll be 20 minutes in, it don't matter. And that's sad, because that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing to him right now. Not happy.
My pops is like, he needs time, it's not his team, he's had injuries. And my thing back to him was like, you know, that was all true for Ange last season, but he did not have that opinion. He was one of those that wanted Ange out and had enough of Ange within the Premier League. He was one of those that was staunch Ange outers. But he's like, give him time, give him time, give him time. But I've had to ask him. Okay, cool. If you believe that we need to give him time, tell me what you've seen that has encouraged you to go. He needs time.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, son, I can't really tell you." Do you know what I mean? There was not an example there, bro.
He did a good PR.
So this is where we're at, right? That's two. It's your dad and my dad. Two elder statesmen, gentlemen that have been through the lot with Tottenham,
and two contrasting views. And that's what's happening right now. Yeah, we can't call it. And it's so hard because that's what I mean. I appreciate that people are split. And I don't know where I stand right now. I am as confused as everybody else. And that's why we'll be back here in a few weeks trying to work out what the hell's going on.
Let's see if you see. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot.
It's one of those, isn't it?
It's a lot. You couldn't write this. It's you wouldn't believe it as a show.
But the one thing with Tottenham, it can all change.
It will change.
Within a flip of a coin.
Yeah. Within 2 games, we could be back here after Christmas. Depends if we give a Christmas special, we'll see. And come back going, I love this team. I love the period we've been through. I love this, I love that, I love that. But not forgetting what we've been in and not allowing it to sugarcoat everything. So, we're here for the ride. We're not going anywhere. You know that. We're Spurs fans for life.
I'm going to need something stronger than tea, bruv.
Don't you worry. We'll be having something under the table to make sure that Ricky can get through this period of time. People, stay safe, stay blessed, stay happy, stay wonderful. Keep supporting this beloved Tottenham Hotspur. Keep commenting and subscribing on everything that we're doing. We really do appreciate you. It is growing and we're grateful for all of you. We're going to speak to you a little bit more over the socials. We are going to connect a bit more with you. I am getting it up for the audios. Forgive me, I'm trying. My schedule's bonkers, but we're going to make it work. By the end of the year, you'll have all the good stuff. And we will be back, maybe for a Christmas special, but 100% sure 2026 we will be back.
And I've got to send some big love out to Jason McGovern as well. Big fan, big follower, big friend of ours that is, you know, he's in the comments, he's in the likes, he's in the shares. Bless you, Jason. Bless all of you people for dropping the comments down below. We will do a comment section at some point. We might do it online, we might do it on the Insta.
Also, if we're going to do a couple of big ups, let's also big up Chris Cowling and Ricky Sachs.
Absolutely.
Two gentlemen who, obviously, me and Ricky both go on their shows and they've allowed us to promote and talk about what we do here, which they don't have to do that. They have no reason to give us that platform.
But they
have, and we're very grateful and we appreciate that. And like we've said on theirs, and we say it here, we're not leaving those pods, by the way. We're very much going to be bringing our love, passion and energy to that, as well as to this. You can have love for two things at once.
Of course you can.
Because guess what? It's Tottenham. It's all Tottenham. Yeah? It's all Tottenham.
It's all Tottenham.
It's all Tottenham. So
alright, until next time. T-Talk and Tottenham, let's go. I'm getting up before Mr. Producer starts to try and zoom in on me. He's not zooming in on me, bruv. He's not zooming in on me. I'm leaving.